Okay, so on 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, the new season just started on Discovery Plus. It starts tonight on TLC, which is Sunday night. There are 5 couples on this incarnation of this show, 2 of whom are new, but 3 we've already met. Jenny and Sumit is one of those couples, and they're who I want to talk about in this video. Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie. I'm the She in Sheality TV. But first things first, I primarily talk about reality TV goings on this channel, but I recently started a new channel that is mostly social and lifestyle commentary, and that channel is called Brain Candy. I'll leave the link to that channel in the description box for this video below. Now let's get back to reality. Okay, so like I said in the intro, Jenny and Sumit is one of the couples on this season's 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, and to be completely honest, they're one of my favorite couples, and I have no idea why. I just feel like because they're just so out there. Like they've been together for 10 years, and she's 63 now, and he's 33 now. So he was 23, and she was 53. They met because, I don't know, he messaged her online, and he catfished her, sent her a picture of some dude that he called Michael Jones. He said that it was a name that he used for work because for his work, they had to have, make up a Western name, right? They had to make up a Western sounding name, even though he has this heavy Indian accent. So, I don't know, that made no sense, but whatever. So he catfished her, and they talked for a long time with her thinking that he was Michael Jones, this hot act. Honestly speaking, this dude is kind of hot. Not Sumit, but the dude that he had a picture of was kind of hot. And I'm feeling like to some degree Sumit feels like he kind of looks like this guy. He does not. But yeah, Jenny thought she was talking to this hot dude all that time. And then I guess when they started to have feelings for each other, he came clean and showed her a picture of his actual self, and she wasn't disappointed. So yeah, they kept talking and they kept dating. She flew to India, stayed at his house with his parents. His mom, in the last season, we learned that his mom didn't know that they were actually a couple. She thought they were friends because Jenny was friends with his mom. While she stayed at their house, she developed a close friendship with his mother. So his mother's like, how would I think that she was in a couple with my son when she and I were such close friends? Anyways, and that I get, right? And Jenny would sneak up to Sumit's bedroom at night. Okay, listen, she says that his parents knew they were a couple, but I feel like if you actually want to convince us that his parents knew you were a couple, you wouldn't have been sneaking up to his bedroom at night to do the dirty. So yeah, I call BS on Jenny for that one. But anyway, in this season, as this season starts, they're still talking about marriage. She's still like, we're still in the upside down, is what I call, C19 world. We're still in the upside down, and she has to renew her visa every 6 months, or she's got to leave the country, right? Or both. She's got to leave the country every 6 months, and she has to get an extension because of C19. She's got an extension on her visa, right? If they were married, she wouldn't have to do that. So Sumit doesn't want to get married because we remember the threats that his parents made last season about what they would do to themselves if he and Jenny actually got married, and Sumit has got that hanging over his head, right? She thinks that he should defy his parents and marry her anyway, so she doesn't have to leave the country every 6 months. And they love each other, okay? So fine. I feel like once a catfish, always a catfish. By that I mean, if he lied about his appearance as a catfish, that's not the only lie he was telling, right? And if he's gonna lie about all the things that he lied about while he was a catfish, and you guys remember, he lied about everything. We didn't know he was married. We didn't know, he lied about everything, right? So we find out that he's married in the last season, and this season, apparently he's gotten his divorce, but he says that his in-laws have his passport, okay? So the reason that he has to come clean about his passport is because Jenny has to leave the country. It's her 6-month limit, and up until now she's been getting her visa extended because of C-19. And they now sent her an email saying that they're not extending her visa anymore. She actually has to leave the country, right? So she wants to get married so that she doesn't have to leave the country. They call a travel agent who says, they're thinking about going to Nepal, and the travel agent says that Nepal borders are closed. Sumit is saying, why don't they just go into a neighboring country for a couple of months and, see if the whole closed border thing blows over. And then they find out that the country next door or Nepal is the only country that he could go to without a passport, but their borders are closed. So that's not an option for him. Jenny is going to have to leave because he's not going to marry her. And as we've seen in all the trailers, Jenny pops off. She finally loses her shit. And I don't even know how this woman stayed in this for as long as she did. I don't know why she's still in it. Because when he says, that his in-laws have his passport, if he's divorced, what interest do his in-laws have in his passport? I don't get it. And there's a big piece of me that's thinking that's another lie, right? How do you believe anything that comes out of this man's mouth when all he's done is lie? Right? He lied to his parents about the fact that Jenny was in India when she first got there. He lied to his parents about the fact that he was living with her. All this dude does is lie. So I don't believe anything that comes out of his mouth. Anyways, he decides that he's gonna tell Jenny that he wants to go see this astrologer that he and his family have been seeing since the dawn of time. So they go, even though Jenny doesn't believe in astrology. Right? They go and they see this astrologer, and you could have called this. The astrologer, he says, Sumit tells him that, he wants to know what to do with regard to the whole, marrying Jenny issue. And he says, my parents, they're against it. And the astrologer tells him what we all knew the astrologer would tell him because he's known their family forever and ever. The astrologer tells him that, well, your parents have made a decision and, they're not going to change their mind. So I don't see why you're in such a big hurry to jump into this marriage, right? He basically tells him there's no need to put a rush on this marriage, but there kind of is because Jenny has to leave the country, and that's why she wants to get married so quickly, because now she can't get her visa extended. She gotta leave, and the borders are all closed. She doesn't know how she's gonna leave. So I don't know, guys. I'm feeling like the astrologer and the parents are in cahoots to keep him from getting married, because if he's known the parents since the devil was a child, how does he not know about all of this upheaval going on with their son, right? He knows. He also tells us that when the parents brought Sumit to, they brought him to a reading or whatever you call it, when Sumit was little, he told the parents that Sumit was going to have problems in a relationship that he would get into with a much older woman, right? And Sumit reminds him, remember you told us that I was going to be in a relationship with he says elder woman? Makes her sound like an old, woman with a cane. But yeah, remember the relationship you said that I was going to be in with an elder woman? This is the elder woman. And so the astrologer is laughing hit the nail on the head, right? Yeah, he says, you don't need to rush into this marriage. And clearly now there's a reason to rush into the marriage because she's going to have to leave the country if not. And so Sumit decides that he's not going to get married. If he knew he wasn't going to get married because he didn't want to go against his parents' wishes anyway, why did he bring her to see the astrologer? I think he needed someone to back him up. I do. I feel like he felt like he needed, not a second opinion, but he needed some backup, right? Because he can't go and talk to his parents. That didn't go well the last time. So Jenny is like, if I leave, I'm not coming back. And I have to now go back to the US where I don't have anything. She has nothing, because just like this other woman in one of my last videos, she sold everything to move to India to be with a man who had not married her. And he's not going to marry her. I don't know what it is with these women, why they fall in love with some dude in another country. You don't have a commitment, you don't have anything, but you sell your entire life. You sell or give away everything you have to be with this person that you don't know. I don't get it. I do not get it. Yeah. It will be interesting to see how this one goes. I'm sure that his parents are jumping for joy. I'm positive that the astrologer probably got in touch with them and said, hey, Sumit and the old lady came to see me. I told him not to rush into marriage. There you go. I don't know, but I guess we'll see what happens. Like I said, they're one of my favorite couples. I think it's just because their situation is just, it's just so out there. It is so out there. That is all I've got for 90 Day Fiance and Jenny and Sumit for right now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.